Welcome back with our main topic today. We're discussing today transferring the vehicles or localizing the automotive industry in Egypt and transferring the vehicles to natural gas and electricity, and the role that is played by the leadership for this to transfer the vehicles. To shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to host this morning in the breakfast show Mr. Shady, Safty, expert in automotive manufacturing. Good morning, Dr. Safty. Mr. Safty, could you give us your insight concerning the role and the efforts that is exerted by the leadership in order to transfer the vehicles to natural gas and electricity?
There is great support from the Egyptian government to convert the cars or vehicle to CNG or natural gas. Natural gas is very important for environment and help and protect the health of Egyptian. And as His Excellency Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli stated last week, that there is unlimited support from President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to the new automotive strategy.
Yes, yes. So as you've just mentioned, sir, that Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli on Thursday said that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is especially supporting the strategy to localize the automotive industry in Egypt, and the Premier have met with several ministers in this connection.
Yes, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli received a delegation from African Automotive Association and Manufacture, and this is very good to invest and promote the investment in Egypt, especially in the east of Port Said and New Suez Canal zone. And the Prime Minister and his minister share all the promotion and incentive that Egypt give to foreign direct investment in this sector. And I really was very proud when I hear the statement of the president of this delegation, when he says that now and in the current time Egypt is the most or the best country to invest in Africa, especially in automotive industry. I'm really proud and happy with this promising statement from this high delegation.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, how do you see the steps? We've heard about this initiative or this project years ago. So, where did it reach until now?
Let me start a little bit from historical point of view, from development of the industry in Egypt. There is two important sectors have been developed in the recent, I can say, 3 and 4 years. The first sector is electricity and energy, which government really play a key role for development of electricity and energy sector. The second is the roads and transportation. So you can see now the road and transportation is in Egypt. Every day we have new road and a lot of development on the roads. So starting for this year, we have some exhibition led by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and this exhibition for conversion of cars, especially commercial car and taxi.
We have now shots and videos from this exhibition that you were
this
mentioning.
Exhibition, this was the big, I can say, move on this strategy, where the government give very good incentive for cars to be converted from gasoline or traditional engine to CNG, and give some I can say incentive, and also at the same time gives them loan and fund on 5 to 10 years with very low interest, around 3 to 5%. So this is a big support from the government.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, now this program is titled the National Program for Transferring and Replacing the Vehicles to Natural Gas and Electricity.
Correct.
So, who is coordinating the ministries that are coordinating in this program, and who is giving hand in this, and what kind of experts are they? All Egyptians? Do we have foreign experts, for example?
What I can say here is there is a very good collaboration between different Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Industry, and the banking sector, because banking sector is developing, and I can say he's supporting the fund itself and the financing of this program. Of course, the lead is between Ministry of Industry, because one of the conditions for this conversion is that the car should be manufactured and assembled in Egypt to give this kind of incentive. So we have like 5 key players for car manufacturing in Egypt, where the car made in Egypt are participated. So it's handled and coordinated by Ministry of Industry, of course.
Yes. Yes. How long would it take Egypt to transfer the vehicles to natural gas or electricity?
Let's talk about two different steps on short term and medium term. So we
Yes.
talk about first short term. Short term is the conversion of the current car and product running in the Egyptian.
So the cars that we already own
Yes, yeah.
is going to be transferred.
Yes, the car we already
Okay.
have now in the running in the roads in Egypt will be converted to CNG, compressed natural gas, and the cost will be around 5,000 Egyptian or 5,000 to 7,000 Egyptian pound, and you can
So
pay.
this is obligatory. We are going to hear an announcement or a statement by the government that every citizen should go and
Not obligatory,
transfer.
is optional, and this is what the government,
Optional,
yeah,
okay,
what the
okay.
government tried to do. It tried to give some incentive and make a lot of awareness about this program.
Yes.
So if you go to convert the car with like 5,000 or 7,000 Egyptian pound with some loan and interest for 5 or 7 months, you will make very good saving compared to traditional cars. The saving around from 1,500 to 5,000 per month. So this is like
Yes.
attraction and pull strategy. So I will be keen to make some savings. So I need to go and join this program.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, what is the importance, the economic importance of transferring the vehicles to natural gas and electricity?
Okay, let's talk about the natural gas first. Egypt.
Let me.
Okay.
Its importance for economy concerning the citizen and for the government.
Sure, sure.
Let's
Sure. So we
separate
talk
them.
first about the national level and the consumer
Yes, okay.
himself.
Yes.
So Egypt have a lot of natural gas exploration in north of Egypt, in Zohra and all this. So we have a reserve from natural gas.
Yes.
So when we use this, we will reduce our import from petroleum and gasoline, and this will save a lot. It's around 2.5 billion US dollar annual for the Egyptian government, where Egyptian can take this money and direct in other sector like health and like education. This is very important. So this from national level. So if the take about the consumer is a financial saving itself, because he will make saving. If I am individual normal, not a commercial car, I can make saving 1,500 every month. But if I have taxi driver of some commercial car, I can make saving reach to 5,000 per month.
Yes.
Is around 60,000 per year. And last but not least is the health of Egyptian. So because this will have less emission, especially CNG and electric car will have less emission, so it will help us to protect the health of our future and our kids and children on the long term. So it have like different dimension and different benefit for the program itself.
Yes. Yes. So, Mr. Safty, is it going to be the car is going to work with both?
Yes.
Or only with the electricity or only with the natural gas?
Okay. So
give us an idea about this.
Yeah. This is what good about this question. For the cars that we already have on the roads and we make some conversion,
Yes.
it will be like dual fuel system. So it will work with CNG, gasoline and compressed natural gas together. So this gives more confidence for the driver, because if you don't have gasoline station, he will find compressed natural gas station. If he don't have this, he has this. So he has some flexibility.
So all kinds of cars are going to have this option?
We have this option, of course, especially
in all the cars.
In all car,
all
car
kinds.
working with gasoline can be converted with to CNG and work with both and dual fuel. But when we go about trucks and buses, so it will be some engine dedicated for CNG, and this already have some buses running now in Egypt with this compressed natural gas.
Mr. Safty, you know that Egyptians they are always afraid from the new step. So what would you say about this?
This is the consumer behavior in all the world, not only in Egypt.
A new experience for them.
Everyone is afraid from technology. Everyone afraid to try new things. But what lesson I like to share here is that we start converting CNG or natural gas in Egypt in 1999, and we have like 300,000 cars already running in Egypt with this CNG. And there is no safety issues, there is no complaints from the driver. Everyone is happy with the saving and financial saving. So the program has been tested and validated on Egyptian road already, and we have a lot of, I can say, rich experience from our engineer and technician from maintaining this car and maintenance of this car, and how to adjust and convert this car. So we are not worried about natural gas. We are very
Yes.
confident on natural gas.
Yes.
If we talk about electricity, this make a lot of people are concerned about it because it's new technology. So we need some time for electric car. So we cannot say that we'll have a lot of sales on electric car in the coming year. I believe in 5 years we need to work, or we will work on the infrastructure. We make a lot of awareness for the benefit for electric car, because electric car is maintenance free, no emission, zero emission already, and is more convenient, and all over the world that's the direction to go to electric car.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, does the working the cars, if they are transferred to natural gas and electricity, would this reduce the danger of accidents, for example, because the car goes slower or slowly than?
No, it will not
when
go,
it works
yeah,
with gasoline?
I can say it's not go slowly, because like CNG, it will be very similar to gasoline, and electric car also have the same speed, but the impact will be.
So they have the same speed?
Yeah, it will be the same speed,
Yes.
the same maximum speed.
Speed,
Yeah,
yes.
there is no problem. I think the most impact or the most benefit we can get for human is the environment itself, because emission is less. If we take electric car, it's zero emission. So this is very, very good for health of our citizenship, and will reduce a lot of payment have been spent on health and this. So environment is the most important. But here's the question we can say in another way for the safety itself. People are worried about the safety of CNG. So CNG have a lot of certification and testing for the CNG tank and everything, and there is no accident have been reported for CNG conversion in Egypt in the last, I can say, 10 or 20 years. So it's really safe to use these two cars, and it will make a lot of saving for the Egyptians.
Yes. Mr. Safty, you told me that the car is going to work with the gasoline at the same time with the
CNG, yes.
So tell me, if someone is driving and he is using the gasoline, what does the car, there's an alarm or an alert
in the morning, he
provided
start,
okay.
How to change?
Yes.
In the morning, usually he start with the gasoline,
Yes.
the start, and there is some switch, make it like convert from gasoline
This
to
option
CNG.
is in all the cars?
Yeah, in all the conversion,
vehicles,
because
yes.
all vehicle will be converted, so you have this option.
Yes.
So usually you will choose CNG, because it's much cheaper, it's 50% cheaper.
Yes.
But what if there is no station, or you have run out of CNG, you can convert again to gasoline and you go to any station. So this will give a lot of confidence and flexibility for the driver. If he
Yes.
go and work in some area don't have CNG charging station, he can use gasoline. Very simple switch, just convert from gasoline to CNG.
Yes. Would this affect the resale of the cars? Concerning that some cars would not be transferred, for example?
Yeah, from
If
the
someone
government,
doesn't
yeah,
have this option
I can say,
by time, and he wants to sell his car, would this affect the resale of the cars?
initiative itself in the beginning of the year, it have two parts. One part is convert running car,
Yes.
and the other part with the car produced before 2000 is working for more than 20 years in the Egyptian market. So you can scrap this car by participating in the initiative. You will have new car manufactured in Egypt in loan or financing for 10 years and some incentives. So it's really very valuable initiative. Imagine now you have like cars 20 years, you have a lot of cost of maintenance and running cost. You will give this car to the Ministry of Finance to be scrapped, and you will have another new car, and you will install for 10 years. Is very low installment. So it's really valuable for the car.
Yes. So would Egypt be able to manufacture this kind of cars, or it's just exporting them?
No,
or importing them, I mean.
Now Egypt have around 12 assembly plants in Egypt where we assemble local products in Egypt. And
Yes.
what is the focus now of the government is to make deep localization. We already have this car, and we can make this car in Egypt and assemble this car in Egypt. And the focus now is how we can deep the localization and increase the local content of auto feeding industry, how to export this car to African market, and providing some incentive for export development. And this is really important. And we also manufacture the electric car. You know that there is some agreement with some Chinese company to manufacture electric car in Nasr factory in Egypt.
Yes.
And this will start the production next year, 2022. So we need also to transfer technology. So it's not only assemble traditional car, but we need to jump in and to take further step to assemble and manufacture electric cars.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, would this attract more investment to Egypt?
Yes, of course, but investment usually related to the incentives the government gives to, and I believe the meeting last week led by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli with the Association of African Association of Manufacture is a very good sign that the government in Egypt is committed to support foreign direct investment, especially in the economic zone of Suez Canal, and will provide a lot of incentive. And one of the incentive Egyptian government give around 80% of logistic cost for export to Africa. So if you like to export anything of Africa, Egyptian government will fund you with 80% of logistic cost, and is really valuable support.
So how do you see this localizing or transferring cars and providing job opportunities? Would this need more employers
of course.
To work at the petroleum stations, for example, to show the people what to do?
Yes, of course.
What would be the petroleum station like?
Let's talk about
apart for the gasoline and a place for gas.
Yes, let's
give
talk
us an
first
idea
about unemployment. This sector is very important, and there is many countries. The economy are based on automotive industry, like US. The economy are based on automotive industry. China, Germany, Japan, all these countries, automotive industry play key role in their economy. So don't look for automotive industry only as the car manufacturing. Look for auto feeding industry, where we have a lot of factories, around 500 factories in Egypt make the glass, exhaust system, seats. So this will create a lot of opportunity for working. A lot of new service station, a lot of new technician will be trained. And you really raise a very good point. It's not feasible to make new station for electric charging and new station for CNG charging.
Yes.
You can make all of them together in one station. So you have gasoline station, at the same time it has some partition for CNG charging, it has some partition for electric charging. So it will be more easy for anyone to go and charge his station. So to your point, there is a lot of support for employment, and it will provide a lot of employment opportunity for our youth.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, since President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi came to office 7 years ago, Egypt is witnessing a leap in several and a large number of projects. What are the projects that is being implemented, and the initiatives by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi that would help in the localizing of the automotive industry in Egypt?
From my point of view,
could you name us some of the projects?
From my point of view, the development happen on energy sector. This is the most critical. So I work in manufacturing very long time in China and different countries. In Egypt, 7 years ago, we don't have electricity in the manufacturing. So you can work in any manufacturing, you will not have power shut off for 1 or 2 days. This is very critical for industry. So now we have surplus of energy, we have diversified energy portfolio. This will help us in manufacturing. As I mentioned for you, ports and roads, like Sokhna, Port Said East, all this will help us to be hub for export.
Yes.
So we can manufacture car in Egypt, but in our mind, Egypt will be hub for export, mainly for Africa. So I can say the development in transportation, also there's development in education. There is a lot of development in technical and vocational training and education in the last years.
Yes. So, Mr. Safty, now we're with Egypt, as we've said, if Egypt could manufacture the cars with this working with the gas and electricity. So by this, Egypt would be using the clean energy. Could you give us your insight?
Egypt will have green energy. As I told you, there is some project now already in place, and the car under validation and verification, because to manufacture a car, new car with CNG or with electricity, take around 18 months in the validation in Egypt to see the performance of the car on hot weather in different roads. So this will help us to use clean energy. When we go and migrate 100% to electric cars, so it will help us to use clean energy, and this is very, very important.
Yes. Mr. Safty, could you give us an idea about some of the countries who have already started using the natural gas in vehicles and electricity, and you take it as a role model that Egypt could follow?
Let's here raise important points that the fuel strategy is depend on an energy strategy depend on the country itself. So if the country have surplus of natural gas, so it will go to CNG.
Yes.
And this happened in Iran, Pakistan, Philippines, and Vietnam. And these 4 countries heavily rely on CNG.
Yes.
But when you talk about electric car, Europeans are more advanced and focused,
in this field.
like Germany, like France, and of course US.
Yes.
And most of car manufacturing in the world stop the development of traditional engine. So they not develop any traditional engine anymore. So the development and R&D now all in the world are focused on developing of electric car. So not all the world focus on CNG because they don't have this surplus of CNG.
Yes.
So it's a little bit specific.
But in Egypt we can rely because we have a good production of energy and also the projects that have been implemented already.
Yes, and
in
can
the
I
field
say
of
this is
energy.
not like engineering decision, it is economical decision.
Yes.
What you have in your country, so you can rely on.
Yes, yes. So, Mr. Safty, can we say that by the year 2030, Egypt would be already transferred localized all the automotive industry?
No, I cannot say.
And would be a country manufacturing cars with natural gas and electricity?
Yeah, I'm sure that we can. We already converted now the car with CNG, and I believe we started this already. Electric cars, we will start assembly next year. By 2030, I believe like maybe 30% of our production of Egypt automotive industry will be for electric and CNG. But I cannot say all cars because this transition will take some time. Even all countries in the world will have some transition period year over year.
Yes, yes. So I thank you very much for coming today in the breakfast show and providing us with this valuable information. Thank you so much, Mr. Shady, a Safty expert in automotive manufacturing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. But I need to close with a statement of the delegation because the statement of delegation of African Automotive Association that Egypt are best placed now to invest in China. So this is very promising statement that I need to close with it today.
Thank you so much. I thank you for your valuable information. Mr. Shady is Safty expert in automotive manufacturing. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following me in this segment. I leave you with other segments with my colleague Karim, and I wish you a good day.